She went through the stones. I didn't even remember it. Laughter. Greater than it left a mark. Greater than for more than a decade, Sam Heughan and Katrina Balfe have been more than just the stars of Outlander. They've become symbols of a rare and genuine friendship in Hollywood. From their very first days on set in 2013, they quickly found a kindred spirit in each other. Sam once admitted that Katrina was his most trusted companion, while she often said, "Without Sam, I'm not sure I would have come this far." Over the past 10 years, they've faced everything together: months of grueling filming in remote lands, endless press tours, the weight of millions of adoring fans, and countless rumors of romance. Yet, through it all, they stood side by side. On the red carpet, Sam was always the one to guide Katrina through the flashes of cameras. Behind the scenes, her laughter often echoed after one of his clumsy jokes. Fans noticed the way they looked at each other, glances that seemed to say more than words, as if an invisible thread tied them together forever. The audience affectionately called them Samtrina, a name that came to represent harmony, loyalty, and something more than friendship. Despite years of speculation, they both continued to insist, "We're best friends, like family." Their bond was so genuine that many believed they were meant to be, even though Katrina has long settled into married life, while Sam remains single. But lately, something has shifted. Subtle changes, small but impossible to ignore, began to appear. They stopped attending major events together. The joint interviews no longer carried the warmth and shared smiles that once melted fans. Even the atmosphere on the Outlander set during its final season felt heavier. Whispers grew louder. Was this the end of Hollywood's golden friendship? Then, everything exploded. In an exclusive interview, Sam appeared different. No easy grin, just quiet eyes and a calm face shadowed by something deeper. When asked about Katrina, the air in the studio turned still. After a long pause, Sam finally spoke, his voice steady but heavy. "It's time to be clear. Between us, there will never be a chance." The silence that followed was deafening. Cameras kept rolling, lights burned bright, but everyone felt the shift, a crack in the world they thought they knew. This wasn't a media stunt. It was a truth long carried, finally spoken. The reporter hesitated, then asked, "After more than 10 years, do you realize how many hearts this will break?" Sam's eyes softened. "I know," he said. "But honesty matters. I'll always cherish Katrina. She means more to me than anyone. But things have gone too far. I don't want people to believe there's still a chance for something that isn't meant to be." The words hit like a hammer. Within hours, social media ignited. Hashtags flooded the internet. #Samtrina forever, #we need the truth, #broken bond. Fans shared old photos, backstage laughter, tight hugs, the tender glances once mistaken for love. Some pleaded, "Don't let Hollywood destroy something this pure." Others sighed, maybe it was all just a story. The headlines came fast. Sam Heughan ends all hopes with Katrina Balfe. Is Hollywood's golden friendship over? And then came Katrina's response, or perhaps, her silence. No words, no interviews. Only a black and white photo on Instagram, a half-closed door, with a sliver of light shining through. The caption read, "When one door closes, find another way out." No mention of Sam, no explanation, yet the post sent the internet into chaos. Some saw it as her quiet goodbye, others as a hint that even when one chapter ends, another may begin. "They may not be Sam and Katrina as we knew them," one fan wrote, "but true friendship doesn't die. It only changes shape." Looking back, the signs were always there. The distance, the polite smiles, the missing laughter. A crew member even admitted, "They're still professional, but the closeness is gone." We all felt it. Their lives had simply taken different paths. Katrina now devoted to her family, Sam chasing new projects and rumored romances in London. Yet, before the interview ended, Sam turned to the camera one last time and said quietly, "I know many will be disappointed, but I believe this is the best choice for both of us. I'll always treasure what we had. But it's over." The audience fell silent. Some cried. Some refused to believe. But a few caught the subtlety in his words. "I'll always treasure" sounded less like a farewell, and more like a promise. Maybe this wasn't the end, but a pause, a comma in a story too deep to be erased. A friendship that spanned over a decade doesn't vanish in a single interview. Perhaps they'll never walk red carpets together again, or share those effortless hugs on camera. But somewhere, in quiet moments far from the spotlight, the laughter and the understanding they once shared still exist. The door may have closed, but light still seeps through the crack, a reminder that endings are often beginnings in disguise. Maybe time will heal what distance cannot. Maybe one day, Sam and Katrina will find their way back, not as Jamie and Claire, not as headlines, but as two souls who once walked through fire together and came out whole. Until then, all we can do is hope, because some connections, no matter how dimmed by time or truth, never truly fade. So, what do you think? Is this really the end of their story, or just the quiet start of a new one? Until then, all we can do is hope, because some connections, no matter how dimmed by time or truth, never truly fade. So, what do you think? Is this really the end of their story, or just the quiet start of a new one? Days after the interview, an unexpected detail began to circulate. A fan who attended a private charity event in Edinburgh claimed to have seen Sam and Katrina together, sitting in a quiet corner, laughing softly, as if no time had passed. No cameras, no entourage, just two people sharing a moment that seemed to belong only to them. The story spread like wildfire. Some dismissed it as wishful thinking, others took it as proof that what once connected them hadn't truly been lost. When asked about it later, both stars remained silent. No confirmation, no denial, just that same familiar quiet that had always kept the world guessing. Maybe their story isn't over. Maybe it never will be. Because some bonds, the rare ones forged through time, trust, and something unspoken, don't need to be defined to endure. They simply exist, just beyond the reach of headlines, waiting for the right moment to find the light again. And perhaps one day, when the cameras have stopped rolling and the world has moved on, Sam and Katrina will step forward once more, not as actors playing roles, but as two souls who've always known that the most powerful stories are the ones that never truly end.